Good morning. So, got some onion flower stem, I believe this is. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know, comment, let me know what it is. But I believe this is onion stem flower. And then, yeah, we're getting ready to make some breakfast. So, kind of had a rough night last night. I was invited over to my cousin's house last night and for dinner, and I was there. And when I got there, everybody was sitting around on the floor mat. And they had a dish called mukata, which is like basically a hot pot and a barbecue, right? So there was grilling meat on this griddle or cooking meat on a griddle, and then had this pot in the middle where with your soup and everything else, and you could dip your veggie and all your stuff meat in the middle, right? So I started to eat with them and hanging out with them. It was a good time, and just hanging out and just eating. And then the next thing I know, the girl sitting next to me on my right kind of like scream snake, and then we all of a sudden, I was like, where? And we all just automatically reaction was all over. As soon as I see the fear in her face, and as soon as I heard that, I automatically jumped backward. And as I looked down, right, because when she said snake, I could felt something on my leg, and I looked down, it was passing through my heel. So that instant quick jerk reaction, I jumped back, and then snake kind of like went past. So when I jumped back, the snake kind of rolled past my heel, right? Went barely past me and jumped go over the other side. And then when the mom had one of the quickest reaction, right? She grabbed a slipper and pretty much threw it at it and dazed it, and then they pretty much stunned the snake and pretty much ended his life, right? Yeah, that was the end of my meal. I mean, I was like, it was. Well, first of all, right, I don't like snakes, so, to have something that close to me, I was like, man, that's something that, fortunately, and praise God that I didn't get bitten, right, because if I did, as I was talking to my cousin, the nearest hospital was about, I want to say about 40 miles away, so, yeah, so that could have been, a bad situations, right, because literally it was on my heel and went right over it, so, yeah, praise God I didn't get bitten. And then so I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I mean, we're going to have critters and, snakes and scorpion all around. As a matter of fact, I've seen quite a few scorpion, but nothing that close, I mean, I just got to be more extra careful next time. That's all. I was like, just didn't think of it, out on I guess the carport, right there, because everybody don't really, inside the house is too hot, so most people eat outside the house. They had a little setting out there, so, they lay the floor mat, and plus, they're grilling meat and everything else. It makes sense to eat outside, right? So we're all just sitting out there enjoying ourselves. For my cousin, they're used to it. They're seeing those are common, especially after a big rain, right? But for me, that's something new that I had to kind of be mindful of and kind of watch. I mean, it's on the back of my mind, but somehow yesterday I kind of let go of my guard and just kind of like sat there without thinking. And that close, and not just close, but almost get bitten by one is crazy. You know what I mean? Especially when they told me it's poisonous, right? So, anyway, so this morning I got this, again, onion stem flour that I'm going to make some breakfast with. We're going to fry this up with some eggs and stuff. And yeah, let's get to cooking. Alright, we're at Uprooted. And there's a path, so it's like a little hut house that people go swim on the river. So let's go see what they got. Okay, this is nice. Again, we're at Uprooted, one of the river. On the river, and then there all type of. There's a banana boat. You can rent all that out. On a super hot day, we come out and hang out. So I was walking up here and I seen something that I enjoyed a lot. So I seen this. I want to show you. Little baby hanging. It's still small, but for those you know, you know. For some of you who don't know, I'm gonna tell you. Those are my favorite durian. That's what they are. So I got a little hungry. I walked up to where it was at and come up here on the hill, and there's a nice little noodle shop. So what better way than just sit up here and enjoy my noodle. Got me some chicken noodle. I could tell it's really good. Look like the soup been simmering for quite a while. So, but yeah, just enjoying the view and the atmosphere. Definitely hot. Seeing all these durian trees and baby durians. Pretty nice. Yeah, the breeze is pretty nice. So yeah, I enjoy the breeze. So I didn't have my microphone, so it's a little loud. But hopefully y'all catching it. It is actually pretty good. The noodle is very bouncy. I like that. Very bouncy, and then they gave you one. I don't know, you can see it, chicken wings with the noodle. So yeah, the flavor is on point. I mean, I like the flavor. Noodle. It's really bouncing. I'll show you what it looks like. Well, wherever you're at, I hope you're staying cool or enjoying your day. Hopefully you get a good meal. For me, I think this is probably pretty good. Until my family could join me. It's just wandering till I could be together with my family again. So for now, just yeah. You know, people say enjoy as much as you can and see and do things, but it's so hard to enjoy. There's so much things that's going on. That's beautiful, but it's hard to enjoy it because of missing my family so bad right now. Especially there's a little guy behind me. There's the restaurant owner had their son out here playing. He's about 8-year-old. My son's 5, so I seen a kid playing. It's like every time I see that, just make me miss my boy even more. You know, I just hope that everything will go smoothly. I'm praying that everything goes smoothly, so that he could join me with my wife soon. So they both could join me, I should say. Because right now, I feel kind of empty without him. I know it's kind of hard to explain it, but you know, as a Christian, I believe in God, and I know God's with me, and I know that He's cared for me and He had loved me so much. But at the same time, it's like, you know, just the physical of being there, you know, holding your wife and kid is something that is hard to describe. Of course, you know, those don't replace what God's love for me, but it's just that's the extension of it, right? God put people around you to show His love through them. You know, until I have a son, I didn't really fully understand what sacrifice or what true love is until I have a son. And now that I have a son, and a wife is like, I'm beginning to see how much God loved me and why He loved me. I'm beginning to understand that by, that love that I express for my son. So, yeah, just want to share that thought. So, again, hope you all having a good day, enjoying your meal. Okay, we're trying, it's called It's like another type of frog. It's supposed to be a delicacy here. It's supposed to be really good, so we'll give it a shot. There's some body parts. You see the head, the body, and everything else. So, yes, let me see. First time trying it. เอาจานมาให้ดู อันนี้เป็นกบหรือว่าอ่าง ชิ้นไหนดีกว่า เอาเลย
อึ่งกรอบ
กรอบ ชิ้นนี้เลย
ไหน
เอานี่เป็นปากเลย
เอาที่ขามันจะ
ขานี้ อันนั้นมันอร่อยกว่า
มันเนื้อกว่า
กินหมดเลยกระดูกก็ได้
กรอบทั้งกระดูกกรอบหมดเลย
The bone is supposed to be soft and you're supposed to be able to chew it. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. First time trying it.
อึ่งกรอบ
กรอบ A type of frog.
เห็นปะกรอบทั้งกระดูกเขาเรียกอึ่งกรอบ
The flavor is good. Put a lot of herbs and pepper in it. The flavor is good. The skin is rubbery. I'm supposed to be able to eat the bone because the bone's soft. So I'm going to take a second to work through this bone. Yeah, something to try once. Well, I don't know, something I want to eat again, but not bad. I get to eat it with a bowl of rice. Not bad. You got 1 second? Nah. Alright.